Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This recipe is the creamy gratin potatoes. Now it is January 1st, 2024, and it is a tradition in many different cultures to have pork and or potatoes for New Year's Day. So I'm not tempting fate. I'm having both potatoes and I'm cooking up a pork chop to go with it. So we're gonna have au gratin potatoes tonight. I got this recipe a million years ago off of allrecipes.com. It's still on there. Link is in the description box below. If you want to cook along with me, knock yourself out. This takes about 2 hours to make. And here's the ingredients, which are also listed in the description box below. 4 russet potatoes sliced into 1/4 inch slices. Now, I don't have one of those mandalas, I think they're called. I just cut them as thin as I could. They'll cook better when they're thinner, right? 1 onion sliced into rings. Now I don't like raw onions, and I know that this is going to be cooked when it's all said and done, but I cut a small onion and I chopped it up into little tiny slices, so that way I won't be seeing rings of onions in my potatoes. But you do what you do. What I also did is I also added some minced garlic, because that's how I roll. But this recipe doesn't call for garlic, so I just do that in there because that's how I do things. Again, recipes are just guidelines for you to inspire you to create something that is special for you and unique to you, right? Salt and pepper to taste. 3 tablespoons of butter that I've got right here. Butter. I just used it to prepare my casserole dish. 3 tablespoons all-purpose flour. Now I have whole wheat flour, so that's what I'm using. 2 cups of milk and 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. Now I don't have cheddar cheese because apparently it goes really fast at the grocery store, so I got Colby cheese, which is fine for me. I like it. It's a smoother taste and it makes it a little more gooey. So here's what you want to do. So you preheat the oven to 400 degrees, which is what I'm doing. Butter a 1-quart casserole dish. Layer half of the potatoes into the bottom of the prepared casserole dish. Top with the onion slices and add the remaining potatoes. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Okay? So I'm going to do that now. So I've prepared this casserole dish. Let me just bring this casserole dish over here so you can see me doing this. So we're going to take our potatoes. Now this is 4 potatoes, okay? They're sliced pretty thin. And that'll make them cook a lot better, right? Oh, there we are, totally preheated, right? And we're getting this ready. Now what I did is after I sliced these potatoes, I covered them in water for a few minutes to get some of the starches out of it. That way they'll still be moist. See, they're still moist when they go into the oven. Now we're going to put the sauce on top of it before we put it in the oven, but still I want to make sure that they're not going to come out dry, because I live in the high desert. So I'm dealing with low humidity in the air and also high altitude. So I have to make those appropriate adjustments where I'm at. If you are not in a high altitude and you have some sort of humidity going on for you, then congratulations, right? Then you could just follow the recipe right along, right? Okay, so there we are with our first layer, and I'm just going to mix the garlic and the onions up real quick, and then we're going to spread that on top of this layer. Onions. Now it doesn't say what type of onion, so whatever onion makes you happy, right? And then I'm going to put another layer on top. I'm just going to put some pepper and a little bit of salt on this bottom layer, just because I can. Because I can. Now I use the pink Himalayan salt. I get it coarse like this, and I ground it in my my crusher thing. My thing, whatever it's called. Let me know what it's called. My mortar and pestle. Is that what it's called? Let me know. Not great with words. And then layer, layer, layer. Here. Now, if you have a mandala, of course, you're going to get more even slices than if you do it by hand like I did. But again, I have the bare minimum as far as cooking supplies, and I just work with what I've got, because I don't mind. It's an adventure, right? I'm not a professional cook. I never claimed to be. I know enough to be dangerous in a lot of different things. So I just kind of go with it and enjoy life, right? I'm just going to put the rest of these randomly, because I don't want to not include them, because I cut them all up. This is 4 russet potatoes, and they weren't huge, which is, you know, I was worried that I wouldn't have enough potatoes if I only cut the 4 potatoes that I had. But as you can see, I've got plenty. So that's good. Put these little random little tiny slices. I'm gonna eat this one. Okay. We got that. All right. Then we're going to top with a little more pepper. A little bit of salt. one's going to be a salty one. All right. But pink Himalayan salt isn't really as salty. So then our next step, in a medium-sized saucepan, melt butter over medium heat. Mix in the flour and salt and stir constantly with a whisk for 1 minute. Stir in milk. Cook until mixture has thickened. Stir in cheese all at once and continue stirring until melted, about 30 to 60 seconds. Pour cheese over the potatoes and cover the dish with aluminum foil. I need to get my aluminum foil out. Bake for 1.5 hours in preheated oven. Okay? It's a long time to cook, but I'm getting this started early, so it'll probably be ready by the time it's dinner time for me. Okay. And don't let the darkness outside my window fool you. It's only 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock. It's just in the middle of winter, right? So I'm going to head on over to the stove and get this mixed up, and I'll see you in just a minute. Medium saucepan. Melt butter. A whisk, right? I need a whisk. I need a whisk. Right here. Whisk. Okay. And I have a gas stove, so I'm gonna put it on 4. That seems appropriate at this point. We'll try it out. Why not? Okay. Melt butter over medium heat. Mix in the flour and salt and stir constantly with a whisk for 1 minute. Okay, so we're melting the butter. This is the only, I have a small pan, a small saucepan, but it's not going to be big enough for what this is. So that's why I'm using my cast iron. That was gifted to me from my bestie from New Jersey. Flour and salt. So salt is 1/2 teaspoon. That's 1 teaspoon. 1/4 teaspoon. Generous salting there. And flour. What I am also going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of curry because that's how I roll. I put curry in just about everything. Just a little bit of curry. Why not? Melt. mixture has thickened. This is 2 cups of milk, okay? Thank you for joining me and cooking along with me. This is wonderful. If there are any recipes that you would like to share with me or have me try out on this channel, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see what I could do about getting those recipes or the stuff to make those recipes. If you can provide me with a link to the recipe you're talking about, that would be very, very helpful. So that way I know, right? I love trying new recipes out. I'm growing and learning how to cook for myself now. And it used to be in my youth, I cooked for everyone, right? But being alone for so long, I just didn't cook for myself for the longest time, because why bother cooking just for one, right? But I'm trying to live a more healthy and full and vibrant life. And I've found that home-cooked meals they have that extra love in them. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Doing the meal prep and everything, it allows me to be able to create these big meals and everything, and then I can separate them into separate little meals and store them. I'll store a few of them in the refrigerator, and then I'll freeze the rest. And then that way I can just rotate a bunch of different meals instead of eating the same meal for 2 weeks straight, right? And I don't, I keep busy, so I don't have a whole lot of time to cook every single day, and I often don't want to, right? So spending one day a week and making a bunch of different meals one day a week, and separating them up and getting them ready and prepared, it really helps me out during the week to be able to just grab something out of the refrigerator, pop it in the microwave, knowing that it's a home-cooked meal, that I put in all of that love and effort into creating this home-cooked meal, and it's ready in a few minutes, right? Because I put forth that effort, on the weekend when I had time to sit there and do a bunch of cooking. And then the cleanup is minimal during the week, right? Just rinse the plate off, throw it in the dishwasher, right? And then when the dishwasher gets full, I will run the dishwasher and all will be well, right? And there are some weeks that I don't feel like cooking at all. And that's when I transfer the stuff from my freezer into my refrigerator so I can, have a free pass for that week if I don't want to cook for the upcoming week, right? And it's beneficial because you have a variety of different things that you can do. Cook until mixture has thickened. Stir in cheese all at once and continue stirring until melted, about 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, well, let's see. I think it's getting thicker. It's mostly just boiling, right? I'm going to turn this down a little bit. It's because I'm not sure. I remember cooking this once for a potluck at work, and everybody seemed to really, really like it. Do people still have potlucks at work? let me know in the comment section below. I haven't gone to a work potluck I've worked remotely for the last 10 years, so I haven't gone to a work potluck in maybe 15 years. Let me know if people are still doing that in offices. I don't know what people do in offices anymore. I've been working remotely for so long. And I kind of like that, my day job is being an accountant, so I get a lot more done during the day when I'm just working from home and concentrating on my spreadsheets and my journal entries and whatnot. Okay, seems like it's starting to get thick. All right, so I'm going to put this cheese in all at once. Now again, I'm not using cheddar, I'm using Colby. You use whatever cheese you feel is necessary, right? Whatever cheese makes you happy. I really like Colby. It's a little more mild than the cheddar cheese, and it doesn't get as, it doesn't separate the way that cheddar cheese does. And I just feel like it's a little bit more creamy, right? Ooh, look at that, creaming up. Ooh, oh, this looks beautiful. What do you think? Ooh, I love that. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Okay, so I think that's about a minute. So I'm gonna turn this off. And then we're gonna head right on back to the island, okay? Here, pour cheese over the potatoes and cover the dish with aluminum foil. Bake for 1.5 hours in a preheated oven. So I'm not going to make you wait 1.5 hours with me. We'll be back in a flash. But I'm going to pour this over. Let's see. Yum, yum. I have a little vent, just in case. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the cookie sheet, because just in case it boils over, I don't want to clean up that mess, that's for sure. Never mind the racket. Okay, so I'm going to put it on top of my cookie sheet. I'm going to put this in the oven for 1.5 hours. And then we'll come back when it comes out. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, are you ready? You can hear it bubbling. Okay, don't burn yourself, River. Okay. There we go. Looky, looky. Isn't that beautiful? And give it a lovely taste. Let me just get a fork. Just get a small little piece out here. Look how that lovely that is. And that will thicken up as we let it cool. But I just wanted to pull out one of these au gratin potatoes. And it still has a little bit of firmness in it, which is what you want for an au gratin potato. I just want to give it a little taste. It's fresh hot out of the oven. I'm probably going to burn my mouth. That's good. That's yummy. That is very yummy. Just the right amount of cheesiness too. That's lovely. I really like that a lot. Give this a try, and if you cooked along with me, let me know how you like it. Or did you add anything to it, or did you do something differently? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd really like to know. So there you have it. I'm gonna let this cool down a bit. Set it back on the cookie sheet on the stove while I make my pork chop for my dinner. And I'm gonna enjoy this. And what's left over, which will be a lot, right? I'm going to divvy up into containers. I'll probably freeze half of it, and then I'll leave some for a meal later on this week. Because I think I also have a steak. But I will see you in a little bit with more recipes. And if there's any recipes that you would like for me to try out, let me know in the comment section below. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day and have fun cooking up some wonderful things made with love by you, for you. See you soon.